welcome back to another video. I do not have my headphones. I think they're in the car, but I'm not sure. So I cannot talk on the little mic. So hopefully you all hear me loud and clear. But I was scrolling on YouTube, and I was in the shorts, and of course, like a lot of people, you saw the steals, right? I mean, it made its way to YouTube, as it always do, because all of these apps are like interconnected and things like that. So the steals little clip made its way to YouTube, and I listened to it, and of course I listened and I judged, and I was just like, I see every bit of what's going on here, but I did not want to react to it or say anything because I didn't watch the full thing. So another video of another YouTuber talking about it and saying how she watched the whole thing, and yeah, her take on it basically was just like, oh, okay, so this is exactly what she was talking about. That's what she meant. Okay, cool. So let's just talk about this. And it's a lot of things that I'm seeing in today's culture and what I'm seeing in just life. And I just want to say that sometimes when we, and this is one thing about like knowing God's voice versus your egos, or you know, if you're religious or anything, knowing God versus the devil, light, dark, whatever you want to call it, the energy is still the same. So I want to be very clear. God doesn't speak the way that we think God speaks, because majority of the time we're not listening from God, we're listening from our ego. And because our ego's voice is just our own and God's voice is just our own, just the higher version of our own thoughts, we may get confused. So I just think, and coming from a person who had zero self-worth, I want to completely kind of like break it down with what it means, how to understand the difference, and why you should not settle. I think that that is like a different video, but I'll try to squeeze it into this one. But basically, she was talking about some big points that her ego told her that because, and a lot of times because we experience things as children, we want to fix it. As a kid, I couldn't understand why my mom and my dad weren't together, because when they were together, they were good. But I didn't understand the inner workings of how they knew how to be cool with each other. They knew how to experience each other, but they weren't good for each other in a relationship. They were great parents, but it didn't work for them, okay? So because of that relationship didn't work, as a kid, my brain couldn't fathom it. I was like, I don't understand it. Y'all look pretty good together, so why are y'all not doing it? And my other siblings were saying the same thing. So I was like, what are we talking about? Like, why are they not together? But when I got older and understood, oh, well, this is what happened. This is why. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Y'all, you know, separated. So what was happening with Miss Steele or whatever was just the simple fact that she was living in a state of trying to fix the problem. As a kid, we can't understand it. We don't understand it. So we try to fix the problem. She is still living from that little hurt girl who was trying to fix mommy and daddy's marriage, which of course manifested her being in her own marriage that she now got to choose to stay or to go. And when you're given these two paths, a lot of the times, like with everything, and I'm realizing there's always one or two. There's always light, dark. Dark doesn't always mean that it's going to be bad. It just means that you're going to have to learn some stuff up in there. And light doesn't mean that you're not going to experience a lesson. It just means that it won't be as dense as the lesson that you're going to learn in the dark. But both ways, you're going to learn a lesson, and you just get to choose. Do you want that lesson to be a little bit more dense, or you want it to be a little bit more flowy, a little bit more a breath of fresh air? So whichever one you choose, once again, God is not judging and God is not telling you which way to go, because at that point, I've already laid down the foundation. You told me who you want to be. You know who you want to be. You're tapped in, so you know which path to choose. But if you choose paths if you choose this path, if you choose the darkness, I'm going to allow you to experience that while still getting to where you need to go, because this is the path ultimately that I want you to choose. So however many times I got to run it back to you, I'll run it back to you, because I'm showing you this is what I want for you, and this is also what you want for you. But you may have to go through this just to see if that's what you want. So a lot of people get stuck in this one. A lot of people, I see that so many times in relationships where people are like, I settled, but they're not consciously aware that they settled. They're just trying to heal the inner child. And because they don't understand the ego, the inner child, their higher selves, because there's so many different dynamics of us, they just sit and go with what feeds them right here, right now. So for that, she wanted to heal. So of course she definitely connected with somebody who needed healing. But the healing that was needed was the healing for her, because God is only trying to have this personal connection with you. I am not worried about any and everybody else, because from my connection with you, from me connecting with you and talking to you and working through you, then everybody else will be a direct reflection of that. Everybody else will reveal that, hey, look at what it is. Everybody's just a reflection of you, and you working on you, you working with me, you being the vessel for me to go ahead and shine bright through. You allow others to heal, because you never know who's looking in, and you are exactly what they needed to start this, because we're all interconnected, and a lot of us want to go to the people to heal them, to fix them, but really you can't fix them. It's not your job to. It is only your job to fix you, and God is truly just trying to have this relationship with you. That is it. That is all your purpose is on this earth, is to strengthen your relationship with yourself and the divine. And from that, every other relationship naturally heals, because you have this unconditional love with the divine. And you can only have this unconditional love with the divine if you have this unconditional love for yourself. And that unconditional love is going to automatically make you have unconditional love for everybody else. So you're not judging people. You're compassionate with people. You're actually really, really kind. And I'll make another video on that, about people really aren't that kind. Like, people think that they're kind, but they ain't really kind. And so with that, she really needed to heal. She was very insecure, and those insecurities never got healed. So if those insecurities never get healed, and you go and you meet this person, I'm going to tell you this now, that's not your person. And in the spiritual community, they like to call it karmic, but it's just a mirror to the inside things. So it's not to say that at the end of the day, her relationship, her marriage can't be good, but she settled. Okay, she did settle, and that relationship still isn't healed, because she still didn't heal. She looked at something outside of her as the problem, so that means she never fixed the problem. She never fixed her insecurity. Her insecurity only got fixed due to her being chosen. And I'm a person who's going to really lay it out for you. If you need to be chosen, if you still feel this idea, which a lot of women out here in society need to be chosen, so they are go-to people who have relationships or have somebody else, because they need to be chosen because their paternal, guardian or whomever did not choose them. So they feel that they need to be chosen. I need to be the worthy one, because nobody feels worthy, because nobody is actually implementing and actually working on these things. We're just numbing the pain. So we're just talking to multiple people who can feed our egos and tell us that, like, I got this person, and as long as I got this person, then that's all that matters. But at the end of the day, when you actually work on yourself, when you actually heal, you know that you don't need to be worthy. You don't need to talk to somebody who have somebody else, because that's for them. You don't even want that in your life. But if you're looking at a direct mirror of yourself, which is your spouse, your relationships, your jobs, whatever connections that you're having, whatever your world is showing you, you need to truly understand that, hey, there's some work that needs to be done. So Miss Steele, she's in her ideal relationship because she can't see any place else. She's still in that little kid mindset. She's still in that ego mindset, which means that I'm the chosen one. I had to endure so much pain in this relationship. I had to love this person through all of this. But that's the thing. She didn't love herself at all. So because she didn't love herself at all, the relationship still, the marriage now, still isn't the highest version of what it could be. And a lot of us settle for this, okay, well, this is all I could do. When you could have a life so much more rich and full and abundant, but you're taking breadcrumbs. There is somebody else who's out there who truly, truly, truly do love her, but until she tapped into that version of herself, she'll never know. So this relationship is the best relationship for her right now, for the simple fact that she doesn't know any better. And she didn't heal that inner child. She didn't heal her self-worth. She healed her self-worth through the validation of somebody else, which means the moment that he strips it away, the moment that he cheats again, the moment that if he decides to just walk out and leave or disrespects her unbelievably already than he's already did, she still will choose to be in that and to work in that and think that God is telling her to stay in that. But God doesn't want you to suffer. God never wants you to suffer. So that is why you have two paths. You can have a path of suffering, or you can have a path that is not really that much suffering. But in the suffering, you need to go through some of these things, because if you're still choosing suffering, you won't appreciate, you won't love, you won't care for this here, because you will be over here. You will still be like, I want to experience this. I still think I need to go there. So you won't appreciate the paradise, the heaven, the garden, because you're over here like, well, there's more that I need to learn. And God is like, I'm always willing for you to learn. I want you to learn. I want you to explore. But I also want to experience peace here on earth with you, through you. And she needed to go ahead and heal that and fix that and channel her abandonment issues, her wounds of not feeling worthy, not feeling accepted, because all he did was played on that, and he's still playing on that, because she's still that. All she did was basically put a band-aid where the stitches need to be. So a lot of us in this society are just putting a band-aid on where the stitches need to be. If we're talking to multiple people, it's because we can't be in something that just is healthy for us. So we go ahead and we talk to multiple people because we need the distraction. When somebody is not giving us the love, because more than likely we're going to somebody who doesn't love us as fully or doesn't see us as fully, because we have yet to tap into that fully. So we're afraid. We're in the fear and not in the abundance of love. So I'm here to just tell you that please, 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 please stop settling. Okay? Tap into who it is that you truly want to be. I want you to visualize right after this the highest version of yourself, the version of yourself that is loved by yourself, who is cared for by yourself, by God, and by your ideal person, whomever that is. I want you to visualize your ideal life. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it look like? Come on now. What is that ideal life? And from there, then you can know that if it does not look like this, if it does not feel like this, then this is not something that the divine is sending me. And the divine is going to just whisper it. It's going to be soft. It's going to be caring. It is not going to be something that's like, stick in it, go through. That's your ego. That is the darkness trying to reel you in to get you stuck in there, in this place where you're thinking that the darkness is holding you and coddling you. The darkness don't care about you, okay? I don't care about you. It's just meant to send you a lesson, and that's it. That's it, that's all. So always choose unconditional love. And when I say unconditional love, I mean unconditional love. I want you to always choose unconditional love for yourself first. And when you choose unconditional love, you choose unconditional love, and you tap into the energy of the divine, and you can choose unconditional love for everybody else, which means that I can get out of this because it's not for my highest good, but I can still love you and appreciate you and respect you and see you fully as a being where I can leave this and I don't hate you for any of the hatred that you had towards me, because I know that that's only a reflection of what you feel for yourself and what my subconscious believed that I had to believe to feed it, you know. But that's not who I am. I don't align with it, so I could just let it go. And if it comes back to me, it will come back to me in the most healed version that I didn't have to put my hands on and maneuver and fix. All I had to do was just release, trust, and understand and love myself. So that way, whatever beauty came into my life, it could truly come into my life, and I don't have to attach to anything, because I know that I'm able to receive everything that I truly imagined, even better than I even imagined it. So have self-love. Love, 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 love yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. Tap into the energy of that, and don't settle, okay? Let's first learn to love ourselves before anything and everything else, and the rest will be given to you. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.